Hey guys, Iceluslol here, and today we're going to go over Fizz. Fizz just flashed at level 1. This is a Silver 4 game on NA. So we've got Fizz versus Brand mid. Looks like Brand's helping leash, so Fizz gets a start to the lane. Speed this up a little bit. Got Flask. I see that a lot, I guess, on Fizz, or a decent amount. I think against a ranged champion, it's pretty good. Yeah, Brand is just gonna poke him probably a good amount. That's why he has Flask, so he should be fine. The early game is really, really weak as Fizz, so you just gotta get to level 2 basically. And he's at 2. So the only thing I would have done differently here is I would have used Flask and Pots at level 1, because how much health you recover when you ding 2 is based on your current health. So the pots are basically more effective the lower level you have, and the less health, or pots are more effective the lower level you are, and then also when you level up, the health you gain is more effective the higher health you have. The higher your current health is. So yeah. I don't know if I would have traded there because you don't have your full combo. You drew a lot of creep aggro. Okay, well, I mean, that time he dodged. Oof, yeah. I don't know if I'd be trading here when you're 2 and he's 3. Like, I don't think that's really good. I think you really want your troll pole too. Like, you want your playful trickster. Because now you're going to miss a lot of XP. Like, if you had just not fought and backed off, you could have got all this XP. So I think you don't want to fight until you have playful trickster. Because once you have playful trickster, like, I think I would actually got Playful Trickster over Urchin Strike, because you can jump over his pillar. I mean, you can Urchin Strike out of his pillar too, but Playful Trickster also lets you drop creep aggro, so it gives you more options, I think. So, getting Q is fine. However, actually, and on another point is Urchin Strike will pull creep aggro because it's an auto attack, and Playful Trickster will not. So you can still jump his pillar, push the wave with your AoE, and harass him without pulling creep aggro. So I think it would have been better. You're just playing safe here, that's good. You don't think you saw Tryndamere? Maybe you did. I guess you did. Either way, you're under your tower, so I don't think it would have mattered. I mean, basically, like, all you gotta do is play safe until you're 6, and then... so I would try to use Playful Trickster to dodge the Brand Stun, because if you had dodged the Brand Stun, then you can dodge the Pillar too. Because you're not stunned. Oh, you dodged that one, that was good. See, I just think using Playful Trickster to dodge more is like really good, especially against Brand, who has 2 skill shots that are like fairly slow moving. Okay, good. You jumped over. Yeah, see, you dodged both of his skill shots with Playful Trickster there. I like your skill order. You're maxing Playful Trickster. That's definitely good for pushing the wave and just giving you more options. I mean, I think you just want to play safe until you have your ult, and then you can get a free kill, basically. Brand doesn't have flash, so it'd be nice if your jungle came down, but it doesn't look like he's going to. And he's also Master Yi, so... Like, does he have red buff? He does have red buff. I mean, this would be a really easy kill if he came down. I'd maybe ping Brand, or just say Brand no flash. Like, I don't think this replay actually gives me access to chat privileges, so I don't know if you did that or not. But yeah, I would just say, hey, Brand has no flash, and Yi has red buff, so he'd probably come down, I think. I think that makes sense. He was at Wraiths. So, yeah, I think you definitely could have picked up a kill there if you had tried to communicate with Yi. So yeah, you're doing a better job of not getting blown up here, but you're still kind of low. You have no charges. I'd like to see you not get chunked out here and not miss any more XP. Because you'd be 6 right now if you didn't miss that giant wave and a half when you got forced out of lane earlier. So it looks like you're gonna play correctly here. Okay, so now you're 6, so like, you have Ignite. Pretty sure you could just dumpster this guy. Like, at any point. You want to push the wave out a little bit though, because you've got +3 creeps. Okay, this should be a free kill. Oh, looks like he knows. I like that you're just kind of playing normal though, that's really important. Like, a lot of people, they'll run across the creep wave, and it's like really obvious that like, you're gonna get ganked. You didn't do that. You exercised some self-control. Yeah, Yi was standing on a ward. I figured he was, I just didn't look. Oh, they have both sides of the river warded. It's awesome. So you're kind of roaming bot. This is actually a really good roam bot. They're out of position for sure. Like, they're on your side of the river, so... Like, you're pinging, your support's not here though, so yeah, bummer. That's okay. You forced Brand to roam though, so that's just as good as a gank. I mean, he's doing nothing. And like, his roam is not as good as yours. Speed this up a tiny bit. Just farming. Dodge the pillar. It's good. You're tanking the wave here. It's good. Nice, you made him panic. Oh. Yeah, easy kill. That was good. I mean, you dodged... You just have to dodge one of his abilities with your Playful Trickster. You can pretty much wreck him every time. Brand could have... He forced you out of lane, but like, it doesn't matter. Like, the matchup is such in your favor after 6. Like, you just have to survive. And you didn't die, so to your credit. That was good. But you definitely could have, like, given up more last hits to get XP and stayed at full health. And also you could have hit 6 faster. So... You have ult, yeah, I would just go. Yeah, he dodged again. Yeah, just ult him. Oh, you missed your ult. Bummer. You'll be fine. You can play full trickster out of this. So yeah, I think you just fired your ult too short, because Fizz ult will actually go to your cursor. Like, it doesn't go in, it's not a fixed distance. So like a lot of abilities are you shoot them out in a direction and then they go X amount of units and then they stop. But Fizz ult is not like that. So Fizz ult will literally go to your cursor, or as far as it can, and then it'll stop. So you fired it just like on top of Brand. You always want to fire it past them, right? Because you wouldn't want it to stop on the ground right there. Some cases you might, but not that case. So you want to drag, you know, right click or whatever you use smart cast to cast your ult. You want to cast your ult past him so it'll follow through. Because if it's going to miss, it's going to miss anyway, but at least it would go the max distance. So it would latch onto him. So that's important. You would have definitely got another kill there, for sure. So yeah, Fizz ult is kind of tricky. It's a weird ability in that regard. You have a lot of manual control over it. Speed this up because nobody's here. You're going to recall. Farming. So your ult is up. I'd like to see you go do something with it. Trendemir is trying to babysit, I think. Okay, Brand is like has more kill involvement than you, which I would say is poor. Like, I think you should be the one roaming as Fizz, not staying mid and farming. So okay, so there, I see. I don't know if you're smart casting or what, but you did it again, where you just misfired your ult. So you could have definitely lived through that if you hadn't misfired your ult. So again, just think about, like, you don't want to target them, you want to target past them. So you're following through.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Like, you're firing it just like in a line past them. think you get this kill here. Fizz is really good against Singe because Fizz has Grievous Wounds on his W when it's active, and Singe relies heavily on health regen, so you kind of wreck Singe. Okay, well you just got dumpstered. I mean, there's nothing you can do about this. You have no ult, and the enemy team rotated really well. So like, there's nothing you can do now, but I think you could have mitigated the situation by roaming more. So like, you got the, you're 3-1, which is good. You killed Brand 3 times, I think. But like, there are some times where you just kind of sat mid with your ult. Like, every time you have your ult, I'd like to see you roam, or you just kill Brand right away. You just kill him over and over and over and over again. Because there's nothing he can do. I mean, you ult him and dash onto his face, and then you jump up in the air, and then he just is going to die. I mean, there's pretty much nothing he can do. He can flash your ult, and that's it.
Blue team double kill.
So, I think maybe you're not confident about your ult since you're firing it a little bit short. But, you're going hard on the Singe. Yeah, you had to back off there. Poison will kill you. Oh, you got away. Nice.
Shut down.
But yeah, so you definitely, I think you want to be roaming more as Fizz. Like, CS isn't as important because your ult is so good for securing kills and ganking and stuff. And like, the cooldown is very reasonable. I mean, 81 seconds at rank 2, so yeah, I would definitely think about, just try to think like when you can roam, and like, do you have Ignite, do you have your ult, stuff like that. And like, who are you against? Like in this scenario, you're against Brand. Brand's like pretty immobile. I mean, his ult is, he has a single target stun. His ult isn't like the best ganking tool. But like, I mean, you're dumping on Brand right now, but you're gonna always dump on him. Like, you're just gonna be able to 1v1 him really easily. So I think to set up for a better late game, like, you want to be thinking about ganking more in the mid game. Get that first kill when you hit 6 off of your lane opponent, i.e. Brand. And in this game, like I said, you hit 6 a little late because you got chunked early when you didn't need to, and you had to miss all that XP. So making sure you hit 6 as fast as possible, converting that into a kill, and then converting that into lane dominance, and then converting that into, having the ability to roam. So you did roam, like, sometimes, like, you went, basically, like, if you notice, when you went bot, yeah, you're kind of overextended here. When you went bot, you forced Brand to follow you, which is great. But like, you should have just kept doing that. Like, your move speed is faster than his. You get around the map faster with your jump. Like, put him off balance. Like, Brand just wants to stay mid and farm basically, and force 5v5s. You want to go fight 3v2s and stuff, and gank and fight 2v1s. That's your specialty. So force your opponent to do something they don't want to do, and that's only for this matchup. I mean, obviously, if it's not Brand, it's very different. So yeah, definitely don't want to be in the enemy jungle to begin with, I would say. Even as Fizz, like, we'll just get killed probably. Just because you're 1v3. Okay, so yeah, you're jumping in, but like, Yi's not here yet, so like, you didn't have Hourglass there either, I don't think. And you also didn't use your ult. So I would have, like, if you're going to go in, I think you have to, like, try to lead with your ult in that situation. And then only go in if your ult lands. Like, you don't want to just go in, for the sake of going in. Because you're not fed to the point where you can 1v4 like that, like, really easily. Yeah, Trend is pretty good against Fizz. That's a tough matchup, but you are also, like, separated from your team a lot and not really giving yourself many opportunities. So, yeah, I mean, I would say, like, you definitely have, like, you understand, like, the lane matchups, like, really early, I would say, for the most part. And I would just say, try to set up your early game a little better so you can transition that to mid game where you roam a lot more, and then that'll set you up for late game basically, because you'd be at this point, instead of having Zhonya's and Machine, you'd have, you know, Zhonya's, Lich Bane, Hat, probably at this point, and you could just blow people up. So, oh, your Braum DC'd. Oh no, he just sold all his items. Yeah, so that's what I would say about that. And then let's go over your questions real quick. Said, how do you avoid early harass in lane? Well, I think I pretty much went over that already. You just want to stay near the creeps, give up CS, don't give up experience though. So you tried to contest CS, and you also used your Urchin Strike, which pulled creep aggro, and you lost a ton of XP, which I already explained, like how that snowballs you out of your game. You also asked, how do you snowball your advantage to your team? I think that goes back to the point I made about roaming. That really, really helps your team, puts a lot of pressure all over the map, and puts the enemy on the defensive, which is what you want. You said, how do I properly team fight? That's a good question. There weren't a lot of great team fights to analyze in this clip that you sent me, but I would say that I don't think you really have many opportunities, just because the game kind of like snowballed out of your favor early. So I would say, kind of back to my one comment I made, where you want to try to lead with your ult if there's a lot of them, for a couple reasons. Number one, your ult is actually AoE. It'll only latch onto one person, but when the shark comes up, he can bite a bunch of people. So sometimes people will panic, right? Because, like, let's say you Fizz ult someone, and then, you know, like, then Braum ults. Then the person's thinking, oh crap, and then they, like, flash forward to their team to get away, but then they carried Fizz ult with them, and then the shark comes up and hits, like, 3 people. That you're probably going to win that team fight. You know, and basically you can just, like, fish, no pun intended, with your ult. Like, just throw it out. It's a short enough cooldown where if you miss it, you know, oh well. Like, just wait for the next one. Or if you're not confident in landing it, you can wait until Braum ults, you know? Wait until Jax goes in, when people are stunned and slowed and stuff, and then throw your ult. So I would say lead with your ult, for sure. In teamfights, I think that's a big thing. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. So, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, you'll get notifications and emails for future videos. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the content. Thanks.